Hello. Late na ko. Good morning guys. Good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Goldenheart 38. So today again, it's a new beginning after exam. Quiz na naman ulit ngayon. So ngayon naglalakad ako, no. Galing ako sa bahay namin. Ngayon pa lang ako nakalabas. Sobrang late na. Kasi kagabi, we are late to sleep, everyone. Kasi having visitor in my home. They are having dinner at home. My crazy night full of work. Late asleep. It's around 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. Oh my god, you are so sweating. I didn't even put makeup. So yun nga guys. Late na ako guys. Sana makahabol pa ako ngayon sa second friend. Sobrang late na talaga ako guys. Always like this. It's my madam, so too much giving headache. It's okay. Still carry. Oh my god. Running again. Just go Lord. Madadapa na ako sa kakaraning. Yun na nga. Palapit na yung train guys. So hindi ako malit. Makahabol ba ako? Oh my god. Light is vlog. Ayan na guys. Oh my god.
Center point will arrive at platform 1.
I'm late. Sure, I'm late guys. I'm late. Oh my god. Oh god. Still have 14. That one. Oh my god. Oh my god. This for going Mall of Emirates?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh my god. I'm pretty late.
الأبواب تغلق. Doors. المحطة القادمة
Nandito
هي
na ako sa train.
Discovery Gardens. The next station is
Punta ng
Discovery Gardens.
Alriga. So, I'm sweating. And, oh my god, 20 station before I reach in Alriga, guys. So, guys, wala nang time. Sobrang na late ako. Kasi yung madam ko grabe. Sinagad niyo yung buto. Guys, I'm so late talaga. Not too much people. I just by myself. Not too much people.
الأبواب تغلق. Doors closing.
Study again. I have reviewing last night, but still
المحطة القادمة
so
هي
much. I have to memorize
الحضارة.
this all of things.
The next station is Gardens.
Still can't breathe because I'm still running from my home to reach the metro. Yun nga guys, kailangan talaga mag-TS para sa kinabukasan, for the change life in the future. Ano raw? Inshallah can change everything. Just a little bit patient. Just few months left and then I'm gonna get in this course.
المحطة القادمة هي
Life.
الحدائق. The next station is
Sobrang late na talaga.
Gardens.
It's 11. No, it's 10. It's 10:25 now. Pero okay naman, hindi masyadong tao. So, hindi ako masyadong yun kahit hindi nawala na yung distance. Hindi ka worried comfortable ka kasi wala na yung distance mo, pero kailangan pa rin magtungan. Our topic for today is about human body systems. As you can see, the return of the pictures is about cause of Alzheimer's and rest of factors and digestive systems. So as you can see in the picture, they are returned to many high blood pressure, diabetes, heart and
A normal artery. As you can see, there's the red blood cells, and this is
Good morning, ma'am.
good morning. So this is an example illustration of a blood vessel, particularly the coronary artery, which has some plaque. So this could be a lipid, this could be fats. Okay? So yung matataas ang cholesterol, people who has high cholesterol level, this could happen to them. There's accumulation until it would block the blood vessels. Hello, Sir Mark. Pinaka-pogi-pogi natin na chapter. Huwag kayong lilipat, ha?
Sorry, mama.
Nakakadisip ko naman, sir. Full-time trainers lang ba ang pwedeng maglakad dyan, sir?
Hindi naman po. Thank you, mama. Thank you, mama.
Sir, pwede mag-enroll sa'yo?
Ha?
Okay, moving on to another cardiovascular disease. We have cardiomyopathy. Cardio pertaining to the heart, myo pertaining to the muscle part of the heart again. Okay? This is a heart muscle disease associated with cardiac dysfunction. It is classified according to the structural and functional abnormalities of the heart muscle, such as, don't stress yourself about this thing. I'm just giving you an example. Later on, you would see some some examples through illustration. So DCM, which means dilated cardiomyopathy, HCM, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, RCM, restrictive cardiomyopathy. I'm just enumerating you the different kinds, okay? And ARVC, which is arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. You will see example. That's why I told you not to stress yourself. Okay. Other cardiomyopathies, we have the ischemic cardiomyopathy, which is used to describe an enlarged heart caused by coronary heart disease. So clinical manifestation also can be written. What does fatigue means?
Tired.
Very tired, very profound tiredness. So people who had this COVID-19, they experience fatigue. Okay, my sister had it actually. She still has it, but thank God, with the grace of God, they're fine. Her whole family has it, and this is one of her signs and symptoms. Okay, another one is chest pain. One patient at the hospital said that she felt that there's one elephant stepping on her chest. So that is how chest pain feels like. Next is swelling in the ankles, feet, legs, abdomen, and veins in the neck. So asan ba yung ating ankles? So because of the proper blood circulation, this swelling would happen. Okay? Another is dizziness or lightheadedness. We all know what does it means. And fainting during physical activities. What does fainting mean? In Tagalog, in our language, nahihimatay. The medical term for that, see, because fainting is a layman's term, meaning those are the people, this is the word that layman's people you see. But in this medical field, we call that syncope. Fainting or syncope. Okay? Another is arrhythmias. Arrhythmias means absence of rhythm of our heart. The prefix A means absence. Okay, our heart beats in rhythm. Lub dub, lub dub, lub dub, lub dub, lub dub. In the absence of rhythm, that is what you call arrhythmias. Okay? Is that clear, guys? So this is an example. This is an illustration picture of a heart which has dilated cardiomyopathy. When you say dilated, enlarged. Okay? So our blood vessels can be dilated or constricted. Dilated, constricted. Okay, remember that when the weather is hot, our blood vessels can be dilated. Our body would adjust. Okay? So as you can see, the left ventricle is enlarged. The heart muscle. Okay? It's not supposed to be like this. So the heart muscle is weakened. Okay? The left ventricle is not supposed to be like that. Okay, later on I will show you the normal. Okay? This is what a normal heart should look like. See the four chambers. But in this case, okay. So next disease is congestive heart failure. By just the sound of it, heart failure. Okay, congestive. When you say the traffic is the cars are congested, what does it mean? There's a lot of cars. Okay, so the heart is so congested. Okay, because the heart is not pumping well. This is the failure of the heart to meet the peripheral vascular demand as it forwards effect associated with pulmonary congestion or with peripheral edema. So it could be left, it could be right. Okay, clinical manifestation, easy fatigability, restlessness, mental confusion, renal retention of sodium and water, weight gain, and orthopnea. When you say renal retention of sodium and water, what does it mean? Anyone? John? What can you notice with people who has heart problems, especially this congestive heart failure?
Violet.
Yes, what else?
Swollen. Swollen.
Yes, very good. you notice in their body, as Scholastic said, they are swollen. They are edematous. Edema.
Always making urine.
Oh, who said that?
Always making urine na.
Always make what do you mean by that?
Like always, minutes going in the.
Are they always urinating?
Yeah.
You mean they're always passing urine?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe your daughter also has
Yes. Because have a heart problem also.
She has a heart
Yeah.
problem.
And swollen also.
Maybe your employer is taking diuretic for them to have a urine, or else she might develop edema, as Scholastic said, swelling. So you cannot get rid of the water. So there is a renal retention of sodium and water. So what you could notice for these people, they also will have weight gain, but this is not a positive weight gain because there's a sodium retention, water retention. So that's why they're having weight gain. Did you get that? Does it make sense? Okay. So our top is also this is also shortness of breath, difficulty in breath, especially if they are lying down. Okay, so for people who has this, their head should be elevated. Okay, is that clear, guys? Is that clear? So in general, causing damage to the heart muscle. The most common symptom is chest pain or discomfort, which may travel into the shoulder, arm, back, neck, or jaw. So people who are experiencing MI would not just experience chest pain because the pain would radiate up to their arms, to their neck, okay, to their jaw. Okay. So if a person, if you have friend or relatives are experiencing chest pain and they're also experiencing this pain in the shoulder and the arm, please be alarmed. Okay?
That is the symptoms of my sister.
Sorry?
Symptoms of my sister.
Okay.
But she underwent with this, I don't know how do you call it. It was blood version, and then
She started to experience pain in their arms and so guys, if you have something to share, please do share. This is what we are supposed to do. Share what you experience. Okay? So we are all be aware. That's why I make it a point that this is properly and this is will be very well understood by my students. This is because a very common disease, a very common scenario. Okay? So general interventions for patient with cardio problem. As you can notice, I use some of the abbreviation. PT means what? Patient. Okay. P and T means anyone? Physical therapy. So don't be confused. So we really use this abbreviation. So you don't need to write the word patient. If you're going to document something, just use this abbreviation. Okay? So that's why I make sure that I'm using those in my slides. Okay? So when I say general intervention, especially for people like you who will be caregivers someday, because there is medical intervention, there is nursing intervention. When you say general intervention, what you can do, okay? So first, the core reason of your course is monitoring vital signs because you're more on monitoring the patient, okay? Your scope of your job is too limited. So take note of this. Primarily monitoring of the patient. So monitor their vital signs and I&O. As I discussed earlier on, people have cardio problems. They will be having problems with urinating. Okay. Intake, confusion, lethargy, and depression. When you say lethargy, it's like they're always sleepy. Okay. And assess level of consciousness. Maybe you thought the patient is sleeping. Yung pala, unconscious na. Okay, doc. Okay, nurse. She's still sleeping. Be aware of that, okay? Encourage the That's why when you receive a patient from the previous shift, like you will document, receive patient conscious and aware. If you receive the patient unconscious, receive the patient unconscious and unconscious. Okay, because if the patient is unconscious, of course he is not aware. Okay? Meron kasi yan, Glasgow Coma Scale, GCS, to measure the consciousness of the patient. Okay? GCS, Glasgow Coma Scale. Next is provide a quiet environment, help the patient to avoid stressful situation. That's why we're always hearing when a person or if our dad has a heart problem, he should not be too excited, he should not be too happy, he should not be too stressed. Right?
Yeah, like in the middle.
Yes, should always be in the bawal ng ganyan.
Like the blood, like
Listen and respond to expression of feelings. Very important for them to release. Or else it will just be suppressed and it's not good. Okay? Now moving on to respiratory system. Is the first group of reporters ready? Ready na kayo? Early, Liza? Don't tell me you're not.
Yes, madam.
Okay, very good. But unfortunately, you are the first group. That's why I remember when I gave you this report at the very first few class. Because I want to give you enough time to prepare. Particles and tiny hairs called cilia help to move mucus and trap particles out of the sinuses. How does this thing looks like? So these are tiny. These are not our hair, huh? These are the rhythmic back and forth movement of the cilia move mucus and trap particles such as bacteria and virus out of the sinus. So that is its purpose. To move out all the trap particles such as bacteria and viruses. Okay, next we have the sinuses. These are air-filled spaces alongside the nose that help make the skull lighter. Next is the pharynx. Both food and air pass through the pharynx before reaching their appropriate destination. It also plays a role in speech. Then we have the larynx or the voice box, which is essential for producing sound. This is a picture of our upper respiratory tract. We have the nasal cavity. We have our nose or the nostril. Hard palate, soft palate, never mind that. So we have the pharynx, and this is where our larynx is located. Okay? Next, we move on to the lower respiratory tract. This is composed of the trachea, the lungs, and all segments of the bronchial tube, including the alveoli. The organs of the lower respiratory tract are located inside the chest cavity. First, the trachea, located just below the larynx. The trachea is the main airway to the lungs. Then we have the lungs, the main organ of the respiratory system. These are pairs of spongy air-filled organs located at each other side of the chest or the thorax, responsible for providing oxygen to capillaries and exhaling carbon dioxide. Then we have the bronchi. Bronchi branch from the trachea. So from the trachea, there's the bronchis. Bronchi lang, walang S. Kasi bronchi is already plural form. Into each lung and create network of intricate passages that supply the lungs with air. Then we have the alveoli. This looks like small cluster of grapes where gas exchange happens. And lastly, we have the diaphragm. Muscle ang diaphragm. The main respiratory muscle that contracts and relaxes to allow air into the lungs. Masakit na ba ulo? Showing you the lower respiratory tract. So we have this is part of the upper respiratory tract, right? Pharynx, we have this is.
diet.